welcome to today's program, which is Busy Toddler Activities. So today is going to look a little bit different. I'm not going to do our usual story time. Instead, I just wanted to give you a couple of hands-on activities that you can do at home with your babies and toddlers to hopefully just get a few moments of rest in there. So the great thing about these activities is that they are awesome for their fine motor skills. They are mess-free, which I know is always good for you. And they are all done with things that you can find in your house. So you're just going to want to make sure you monitor them, of course, just in case they're prone to putting things in their mouth and whatnot. So we'll get started. Our first activity today is color sorting. So any colored paper you have at home, you can tape to a table or to the floor, and then find various toys or objects that match those colors, and they can simply match the color objects to the color paper. Or to make it a little bit trickier, you can take those toys, hide them around the room, and say, all right, let's go find the red toys, and then they'll go find whatever red toys they can find, bring them over and match them to the red paper. I don't have toys, so I just found things around the house. And then, all right, let's find the blue toys, match it up, let's go find the orange toys, and so on and so forth. You can do the whole rainbow. You don't even have to pick out the toys, they can find them themselves for the right colors. So that is that one. Moving on, this next activity is one of my favorites because in my experience with toddlers, they always enjoy playing with tape. So this one is really cute. It's called Animal Rescue, and what you're gonna do is find a surface. This is just a cookie sheet. If you want to keep your child contained, you can have them in their high chair and tape the objects onto the top of their high chair. And really, they'll just take their time rescuing the animals, peeling the tape off. This is great for sensory exploration because, you know, they're feeling the sticky tape. They can play around with it. An extended version of this, once they rescue all the animals, if you have Play-Doh at home or if you make Play-Doh from scratch, you can grab this. This is really the only non-mess-free part of this program, but so they can play around with it, and you can also ask them to make footprints with the animals into the Play-Doh, and that always looks very cool. And then after that, you can always read a book about animals because why not? All right, moving on. Our next activity involves toilet paper rolls and paper towel rolls. So whichever you have, or you can save up and do this later. But, so I just cut the paper towel rolls into a couple different parts. Before they begin, if you have markers, they can just decorate their little tubes with markers. And then, so this is called toddler safe beading. You're going to find a ribbon or something that they can then bead the toilet paper rolls through. So you'll probably have to help them a little bit in the beginning, but they can work on that, feeding the tube through the ribbon. And that can keep them busy for a while, and if you want, when they're done, you can tie it together at the end, and voila, they made their own personalized necklace. Very beautiful. Okay, while we're on the topic of toilet paper rolls, another activity you can do, as you see here, is tape them to the wall. And obviously, normally I would put this down at their height. This is just an example. So take the tubes and literally any type of tape, just tape them to the wall. You can make like a full fun obstacle course out of these. And then you're gonna put bowls or Tupperware containers underneath each tube. And And then you're gonna grab balls or cotton balls, whatever you have laying around, give them a bunch of those and have them go to town just dropping the balls through the tubes. So that is super fun. Okay, let's see what else we have. Oh, bags. Okay. So, a couple of sensory bag ideas. This one you might not have at home, so, you know, don't worry about it, but these ones that I like to make are made with Ziploc bag, clear hair gel, and just food coloring. And then if you want, you can add glitter or any kind of objects, and make sure you tape them closed. Usually duct tape works really well for these. So those are great for squishing, feeling around what's inside the bags. You can also take, where did I put that tape? You can take tape and tape them to the window. Or if you have like a glass door and then they can squish and kind of see the light through it, you can trace letters, numbers in it. So that's one idea. Another object maybe you might have is shaving cream. So again, a Ziploc bag. We'll take some shaving cream. All right. And really just squirt it into the bag. Using all my husband's shaving cream, he doesn't know it. Again, if you have food coloring, if you don't, that's okay. But if you want to add some colors, you can mix colors in the bag. Or also colored paint works for changing the color. So you'll zip that up. Again, make sure you tape around it. And they can go to town squishing, mixing colors, or again, writing letters or numbers. You can tape it to the ground, to the door, to the window. All around the house, you can just have these squishy bags. They are super fun. All right. Another bag idea that I found online recently sounds kind of strange, but it's actually kind of cool. So in the link that I found, they used water and peas and put them in a Ziploc bag. I had mixed vegetables. I didn't have straight peas, so that's what I used. Put a little bit of water, zip it up very tight. This one you might want to do outside if you're worried this will open up, or just be aware. But again, you don't have to fill the bag completely with water, just a little bit. The vegetables float around, and it's really cool because you can tap the bag and the veggies bounce around, and it's very entertaining. So hopefully your child thinks so too. But again, just veggies and water. Just another simple bag idea, mess-free, as long as it doesn't open up. But just make sure you tape those up really good. Okay, moving on. If you have an egg carton or a muffin tin, either of those will work. So for these, you can either do color matching or counting. So if you have pom-poms or noodles, you can color the correct color, different colors in each spot. You can tape them if you have a muffin tin. So then you'll say, all right, can you put the green objects on the green circle? And then they'll take whatever they have that's green and match up the colors. If you want to work on counting, you can, like for example, in the egg carton, I don't know if you can see, but I wrote numbers in each spot. Again, you can tape that down to the muffin tin and say, all right, put one noodle or one bean in the first spot. Okay, put 2 noodles in the second spot. 1, 2, 3 in the next spot. 1, 2, 3, and so on and so forth. So simple, again, just things you have at home that'll help with color identification and counting. All right. So I know that was kind of a modge podge of different activities, but I will have the links to where I found these below in the description box. And really, I just wanted to say that I applaud you, parents and caregivers. You are doing so great during this time, and really, you are amazing teachers and role models for your kids. So I give major props to you. Just make sure you take a few moments each day, even if it's just in the morning, getting that sip of coffee in for yourself. And yeah, just take the time for yourself because you really deserve it. So that is about all the time that I have for today. Make sure to join me next week back for a regular story time. And other than that, enjoy the rest of your week, and I'll see you later. Bye.